Hey everyone, Thordan here, and with the finals releasing last month, there has been a ton of players enjoying the cash out, bank it mode, and ranked. That being said, the developers are aware that they're going to have to start adding in new modes, new content, new maps, and a lot more if this game is going to be esports ready and just, have player retention at an all-time high as they continue to fight against other big FPS titles that have a ton of content and have been around for quite a while. So today we're going to go into what you guys can be expecting and what needs to happen for the finals to continue to have its success that it built off the surprise release from the Game Awards. But without further ado, let's jump into the topic. Alright, let's go ahead and just start with getting the obvious out of the way. Since the stealth launch at the Game Awards, the finals has gained an immense popularity in the gaming community, and the player base is continuing to grow, which is absolutely phenomenal to see. However, as discussions on various platforms such as Reddit, Twitter, and so on have pointed out, some players do think that the game is in danger of becoming stale due to limited game modes and maps. But I'm going to be perfectly honest, the game's only been out for a month, so maybe we should just slow our roll before getting too antsy about new game modes. That being said, they're not wrong that you will need more in the near future. And we're going to go ahead and actually go over why game modes are so important, especially with new maps as well, because it's going to have an impact on the game's longevity, the esports viability, and also how the developers are going to have challenges associated with balancing that with multiple different game modes, as that is going to cause problems with light, medium, and heavy. But let's go ahead and start off with our first point, and that is the fact that variety breeds longevity. And by including additional game modes, it's crucial for keeping the player base engaged and preventing monotony. Basically, the existing game modes Quick Cash, Bank It, and Tournaments are entertaining, and I have a ton of fun playing it, and obviously if you're watching this video, you probably have a lot of fun playing them as well. However, just like anything or any game that has ever existed, they may lose their appeal over time if you play just that too much. Now, as suggested in a Reddit thread, incorporating popular game modes like Prop Hunt, TDM, King of the Hill, and Domination could inject new life into the finals and gives us a lot of diversity and dynamic gaming experience. This is actually something that Apex Legends did not do for a very long time, and where it was just a battle royale, whereas other games that usually have a variety of modes tend to have a lot more longevity and a lot more engaged player base. But that's going to lead us into our second topic, and that's going to be esports viability through that diversity. And this is really key because most FPS games can get a whole new player base and fan support based off of esports. And a key aspect of actually making the finals esports ready is diversifying the available game modes. The inclusion of competitive and strategic modes will contribute to the growth of a vibrant esports scene. We see it in a ton of other games. And game modes that emphasize team coordination, tactical play, and strategic thinking would not only attract professional players, but also captivate audiences. You want the viewers to have a really great show. And if they can do this, it would actually solidify the finals as a prominent esports title. However, if you go the esports route and you add in all these other modes, well, there is a little bit of a problem. That brings us to point number 3 of challenges of balancing the buffs and nerfs. Because when you introduce a new game mode, it poses a significant challenge in terms of maintaining game balance. With a constant evolution of the meta, coupled with the need for buffs and nerfs, requires meticulous planning and testing that developers spend months working on. And the uniqueness of the finals maps, characterized by their size, detail, and the destructibility, probably my favorite feature in the game, adds that extra layer of complexity. Developers at Embark Studios must navigate those challenges to ensure a seamless integration of new modes without compromising the integrity of the gameplay. I have a lot of faith in Embark Studios, but it's very important to note that this is going to probably be the hardest part about adding in new game modes. But if they can manage to pull it off, it brings us to point number 4, which is player retention and prolonging the game's life, which is what we all want to see. Because beyond the immediate enjoyment, the addition of new game modes and maps is absolutely instrumental in retaining players and extending that game's lifespan. For example, you are a player and your enthusiasm is usually sustained when you can explore different aspects of the game and not have such a boring, monotonous run through every single time, which the destructibility environment helps out a ton. No game really ever plays exactly as the last one did. And as mentioned in the Reddit thread, expanding the variety of maps alongside new game modes will enhance the overall experience, which will allow you to have a stream of fresh challenges as we get new contract updates that we know that they're working on. And this brings us to number 5, and that's actually going to be directly related to you, the viewer, and that's community suggestions and creative game modes. Because online, there is a ton of contributing members that are bringing their thoughts to the table. They're suggesting innovative game modes that could enhance the finals experience. One intriguing proposal I saw involved a game mode focused on destructive elements, a thrilling race to demolish a colossal building with hammers, which sounds really fun and a perfect game mode for this game. Embracing such creative suggestions not only demonstrates a responsive development team, but also fosters a sense of community involvement, making players feel heard and valued. This is actually something that Halo does very well with its Forge mode. You can knock Halo all you want, but it is very abundantly clear that Halo Forge is one of the greatest things that has ever been introduced in that franchise, and has actually given it a lot longer of a lifespan, even with the campaign and the multiplayer failing on multiple different levels recently. But with all of our points said, in conclusion, the continuous evolution of the finals does rely on embracing change and responding to player feedback, which Embark Studios has been very good on. Introducing those new game modes and maps aligns with the community desire for diversity. It will go ahead and contribute to the game's esports potential, and it will give us a unique set of challenges for the developers to see how they actually navigate this. Embark Studios has the potential to ensure that the finals can remain a dynamic and engaging gaming experience for years to come, but as they have not released any kind of roadmap and will not be doing so, there is an element of surprise to see what we get in terms of new content. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on some game modes that you would like to see added to the finals? What are some really good ones that you think would be unique? And also, are there any from other games that you think that would fit really well? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing finals gameplay and content. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.